Hey guys, and what is up? So, today's video is obviously a little bit different, as you can tell by the whole setup I have going on here. Basically, I'm starting a new, podcast series, I guess, because you also, typically for podcasts, you don't have to, watch, you just, listen. But for some of mine, you're kind of gonna have to listen, I guess, or watch. Like, for this one, I'm going to be reviewing, analyzing, going over every little thing about my first film that I just released. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It'll be linked in the information box up here. It'll be linked down below all the time. You can always check it out in the description box. It's always going to be linked there. And yeah, sorry if I'm breathing heavily. I just set up everything and I was getting very stressed because I couldn't figure out how I can set up the mic, but I got it. We're good. So sorry if the volume is a little loud. It's because this mic picks up so much audio. Like, if you touch it, it picks up that. So I apologize. Anyways, like I said with this video, I'm going to be watching my first film. I'm going to be giving you guys the inside look. I don't know what that was, but I'm going to be giving you guys the inside look on filming and stuff that went wrong, and basically everything and anything. One thing you have to know is for podcasts, typically the camera doesn't stop and it just goes and keeps going and going and going. I'm going to be straightforward talking without editing. Obviously, I'm going to put the movie on the screen. But other than that, you're supposed to just film it straight through. My camera tends to stop randomly at 16 minutes. So you might see a little quick cut, but I promise you I'm not taking an hour break. I literally just have to because my camera's stupid. But that's besides the point. Let's try and watch this film. I'm sorry if I keep looking over there. I swore I just saw a bug and it's freaking me out so much. So I keep staring over there and it's making me nervous. Alright. Also, podcasts are probably not the greatest thing for me because ADD is gonna be flying everywhere. I'm sorry, I'm so freaking weird. Alright, let's start. So I'm going to have the film, I'm gonna move over a tad so that you guys are able to watch the film with me, but I think you should watch the film before you watch this on your own. I'm gonna have a little screen right over here. Ready? Boom, screen. Okay. So my first film was called Dear Mom. If you didn't know, let's start with that. Dear Mom. This title is so simple, but I love it. When I come up with titles, I love simple titles. I don't like the long run-on titles. I feel like that's for a romance or a comedy. But with this, it's called Dear Mom because that is the first line of the whole entire film, and I thought that would be a really cool thing to use as the title. I don't know, one time, I actually didn't fully finish writing the script yet, and I came up with the idea of the title being Dear Mom. So, I honestly don't have a complete answer of why that's the title, besides the fact of the whole story is revolved around the mother, even though the mom's not really in it. The whole story is revolved around her, and the first line is Dear Mom. It's just a very symbolic type thing, I think. Alright. Now, let's start it. Please remember, this is my first film I've truly ever made. I've made small little things in the past, but they were things I really didn't care about or I really didn't want to make. This one, I had a cast, a crew. Even though they were my family and friends, it was still something bigger that I put together with a full script, outlines, planning, months of planning that went into this. So this is why I count this as my first official film. Sorry if you're going to hear the mic move. It might be annoying. Okay. Also, I'm right next to a window, so you might hear noises. I apologize for that. God, this mic has to be so strong. Alright, let's start. Okay. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, black screen. Ooh, this is a fun thing to talk about. Sorry, I stopped it. Once again, watch this in its entirety in your own time. because I'm going to be stopping every single second of this whole film. I'm literally breaking down everything in this film. Marked by X Productions. This is my production company that I created, and I want to start building a crew and like all people that can work with me on this company, and hopefully we start making money at some point, but that's in the future. But yeah, this is my production company. This will be before every single film I ever make. Maybe in the future it might look a little bit different, but as of now, I am so pleased and so happy with it. Everybody loved it. Everyone loved the music that went into it, because it kind of makes you jump for a second since it's always a black screen in the beginning. Marked by X, I've gotten many questions before what Marked by X Productions is. So I'm trying to think of how to describe it. I have a large family, and my family is the reason I do so many things, and the reason this film has almost 500 views. It's because of my family, because they shared it everywhere, made sure everybody knew, and they actually put together me showing this film at a movie theater, so they're basically a very big part of my company in general, because they're always helping, they're always doing everything they can. And when I was thinking of a production company name, I thought of my family. And I had this idea, I'm going to write everybody's name, and I'm going to get like similar letters from everyone's name, because a lot of people's names have E's and A's and stuff, and some other people have like random letters like a B, Y, K, X, like all that. So I started putting together words that I could create, and I found a generator where you put these letters in, and I put all the letters and everything, and I remember the word marked came up, and I was like, why would that word come up? Like, who uses that word? And in my brain, something clicked, and I got Marked by X, because I don't know why. It, like, hearing the word marked made me think of Marked by X. Something is marked by X. I don't know, got a weird brain. But anyways, that is how I came up with that, because every one in my family, 1 or 2 or 3 of their letters from their first name are put into Marked by X. X is my boyfriend. Like, the letter X came from my boyfriend, Max. But, other than that, everyone else, that's all my family. And if you notice, there is a circle and a line in the back. That's actually an O and a J, because I have an Uncle John who was actually in this film, and I couldn't figure out where to put a J or an O once I got Marked by X. And I thought it'd be cool if that was part of my logo. So, there it is. And that is how I came up with this. The design, I like that type of, to me, this looks like a sci-fi thriller looking thing. And that's how I like my films, is sci-fi, thriller, horror, action, drama, all that. And I thought the way this logo looked was very thrillerisk. I don't know if that's a word, but I made it one. And the little music in the background when this pops up gives it like that dramatic thriller type feeling, and also the background's really cool. But yeah, there's a little explanation on that. Skip ahead. I should have said that before. Skip ahead if you want to actually watch the film. The film is pretty short. Once again, I worked with people who were not actors. They are my family and friends, but I thought it's my first film. Let me give them a little shot and see what they can do, because I know my best friend Melanie was in it, and she likes to act, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to give her the chance to act in something, and I would love one of her first films that she's in to be mine. Also, you can see, we're also on IMDb, which is super cool. You can check that out if you want to. And, yeah, sorry if I'm typing. I'm texting somebody. Sorry, I'm horrible. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's begin with this film. I'm going to be stopping it a lot, so be prepared. I'm also going to take some of my water. Sorry, I stopped it for a second. Fun fact, this beginning was supposed to be, there were supposed to be drone shots of the town, and there were supposed to be like simple little shots of like someone's feet walking into a store, and you had a little bell ring, and it's supposed to be the music playing, and it cut to clips of the house and the inside of the house, like this first clip, and then to the clips that are going to happen in a little bit. But my friend who was supposed to get the drone shots, no shade, but a little bit, if you're watching, you know I'm talking about you. Thanks for getting the drone shots that you didn't get. Alright, anyway, I feel bad, but not really. So, anyway, I'm just kidding. This is how it turned out, and it's not bad. This scene was just so rushed because people were late. We filmed this the second day of filming. We filmed this many days, but technically I would say 2 days, 2 full days, multiple little days. So this was filmed the second bigger day, and people were late in the beginning, so we were almost like 45 minutes behind. And me and my friend were upstairs filming Melanie, and we go, do this, do that, do that, do that, and we had to like rush her, so the shots are also a little rushed. But yeah, I just watch. The shot is cringe. Alright, the whole point of, I'm gonna just let it keep playing. The whole point was to not show her face yet. Show like actions, like
and I have no plans
you see her write, you see her do this, but you hear her voice, you just don't really see her face. You see like profile shots and not like her full face, and that was like on purpose. So we tried to specifically do it that way. And I kind of, this shot. Okay, let me pause on the shot for a second. So she's writing this letter, and the issue with this shot is why I'm complaining about it is because I had to stand above her on a chair and try to get the shot, but I couldn't see the camera. So I didn't notice I was shaking. I was shaking, and I was a little bit out of focus. And it kind of bothers me because when people see this opening, I feel like people are going to click off because they're like, this sucks. But it was just such a rushed thing, and it was not professionally done, and I really wish I took more time on this to make it look a little more cinematic. I also wish I took more time with color correction, but that's something I'm not that great at, is color correction. In the future, I'm going to have an editor. My friend, I'm going to test him out this summer and see how he does with editing, which is really cool. But give me 1 second because I want to put on a screen recording so that I know like when I'm stopping and playing and all that stuff. So new screen recording and start. Great. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Let's continue.
I would do anything to have those days back with you.
Oh, and you probably notice, you can't hear because I'm talking over it. The audio is not good, and that is because, I'm gonna pause it for a second, sorry. That's because we filmed it in my room, and my room, so there's a bed here, you might have seen in other videos if you've seen them, and there's like a little, it's like, I have a twin bed, and it perfectly fits my bed, and it's a little like dome for my bed type thing, and ooh, I'm sorry, my computer's really loud. I apologize for you guys if you can hear that. But there's like this little dome for my bed type thing. And it's so echoey because it's like a close wall, ceiling, and everything is just like, and there's another wall here. So this area is very echoey. And we filmed it while she was on the bed, and I filmed it off of my camera because this was so rushed. I'm like, oh my god, Melanie, we totally forgot about the voiceover in the beginning. Come here and film it. And we did it so quick, and we did it here. And to me, it sounded fine. And then I uploaded it onto my computer, and I heard, and I'm like, oh my god, this sounds so unprofessional, and it sounds so bad, and it made me so nervous, because I'm like, people are totally going to click off of this, because they're going to think, oh, it's so unprofessional, it sounds so bad, why am I going to continue to watch it? So, that is why it sounds like that. Once again, I'm sorry that my computer's making a noise, but you know, computers like to overheat after like 3 seconds. So, let's continue. I also didn't really like this music that much, music is a very hard thing to find. I'm letting you guys know that right now. It is so hard to find non-copyrighted, like, instrumental music that fits perfectly with your scene or your shots.
Hey, Marley,
This scene's pretty
Yeah?
good.
can we talk for a minute?
Yeah, what is it?
I don't want to sound mean. I just want to make sure you understand.
Something about this actually
Mother
too.
may
I'm gonna
never
just
write
talk
that.
over it
I know.
because I'll
It's
let
just
you watch
that
it
it's
on
been
your own
almost 2
time.
years,
But
and I don't want you to get upset if she never answers.
something about this
No.
is you see right there too. I kind of
don't
shifted.
have to write to her if you don't want
I'm
to.
holding the camera, and some people ask me
know,
why
I
are you
just-
holding the camera if you
I
can
wish you would tell me
use
where
a
she
tripod.
lives so I could
And
go see her in person.
I do
We
obviously
talked about
tripods are a little more
Yeah,
professional
yeah,
depending on the shot that you want, but since it's a steady
It really is, Marley.
shot, I should
But
have put it on the
dropping off your
tripod.
letters in her mailbox every
But
day
for some
helps
reason I
you,
have no
then I'll
patience
have
for
no
a
problem
tripod.
doing
Oh,
it.
I'm gonna pause it. Camera's about to turn off, so I'm about to change slightly in position. I apologize for my dumb camera that turns off after 16 minutes. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so I had it in one shot with my, like, these shots are with my hand, like, handheld, because when handheld, you can move wherever you want. With a tripod, it's just like a hassle to adjust the legs, and you have to like roll it up so it goes higher or lower. You have to get the right thing. But with holding it, you just move it to where you want. You put it down, you put it high. Just like it's a lot quicker. And I kind of got like a little impatient with working with the tripod, so that is why. It
I
is
just want
moving.
you to be happy.
Sorry, let me
Thanks, Dad.
continue this.
I love you.
I love you too. Oh, Dad, by the way, Clara's coming over.
Okay, you'll be open for like always.
Thanks.
That scene was a very easy scene to film, in my opinion, except for my uncle forgetting all his lines.
Ah! Oh, shit, Clara. Scaring you will never get
One issue I had the most with this scene is this part making that look natural, that part that just happened, and also eye line we were having trouble with here because if you notice, it looks like Clara is looking a little next to Marley. Like, here's Marley, it kind of looks like she's looking a little past her, in my opinion. We couldn't get her to.
I'm sure she just throws them out and doesn't even.
I'm gonna pause it. We couldn't get her to look like she was looking at Marley. Like, for some reason, it just looked off. And me and the person who was my assistant director, named Sahar, we couldn't figure it out, and we kept trying to get her to like follow her hands and look here and look here and look here and look here, but it didn't fully work out. I personally think it looks okay here, but it definitely could be a lot better.
Your mother was the sweetest person on the planet. I don't get how she can change that quick and have no reason for it.
Trust me, I know.
I'm sure she'll come around.
Fun fact about that. In that part where Marley was talking, but it was a shot of Clara, that was because. Hold on. Okay, so Marley said part of her line in the shot of her, but forgot to continue the rest of her line. And I was doing so many things at once, it went right over my head. But then in the shot of Clara, she said her lines perfectly, like, she said everything right. And, it threw the person who was playing Clara, her name was Chelsea, it kind of, like, threw her off. So she was, like, pausing for a second and then continue talking. So that's why it looked a little strange. I, like, moved around the audio with the clip of Clara. It was so confusing. It's hard to explain just talking to you guys, but this scene was more complicated than it should have been, with eye line and people screwing up their lines, and it's a little stressful.
Okay, why do we just get really deep for a second there?
Because I love you and I care about you and you're my best
And
friend.
also, you can tell the lighting is, like,
Because music always makes me feel better.
very different on both of the sides,
Oh my God.
but that's not a
I
big
love you.
deal.
You know what else
It's
is
like a little cringy. Turn it up! That was very last minute that I put that line in there. This I love. I think this is one of my favorite parts. Because it sounds like you can slightly still hear the music. I'm gonna pause it for a second. So, like, I used that song as if they just played it in the room, and then the brother's supposed to be like, kind of is supposed to be next door from them. So that's where it's supposed to show, oh, there's their brother, because he came out of the room next to her. And you can hear the music, and we told him, originally he didn't, like, look over, and I was like, I wonder if people are going to catch on that, oh, they're in that other room right next to you. Because even though you can hear the music, sometimes in movies they just continue playing the music, but for this I wanted it to sound like it was right next to them, so I kind of muffled the audio of the song and had him glance over and shake his head like, wow, you guys have the music up that loud, okay, whatever. And then I continued the music in the background of this whole scene that Ben and the father talk, because in reality, the kitchen is right below the room where Marley and Clara were filmed in, and I wanted to show that everyone's still in the same house, and I wanted to show who the family was and establish all of that, and also establish where everybody is, if that makes any sense. So it's just for showing where everybody is and keeping everything like on time, and know that they're upstairs listening to music while these two are downstairs doing that. That's kind of why I did that. Okay, let's continue.
Oh, Ben, I meant to ask you.
Yeah, Dad?
I think we should try to cook dinner tonight.
How come?
Your sister wasn't feeling too well before, and I think it'd be a good idea if we cooked her favorite umami.
Sorry, I'm going to pause it again. Fun fact. You see in the background there's like two, what are they called? Clovers? Yeah. Wow, I just felt so dumb for a second there. It was St. Patrick's Day. We filmed this in March. And another part, they came back and refilmed it in April. And obviously those decorations weren't up anymore. And I wondered how many people noticed it, and so far nobody has. So, fun little fact on that. I'll tell you guys later when things were filmed and all that. There's a whole part where things were filmed month apart, and it does, like, hopefully you can't tell. But let's continue.
It'll make her feel better.
I love his shot.
Dad, last time you and I
His
tried
shot
to
is
cook, we
on a
almost ruined all our
tripod.
pots and pans.
His is not.
Everything
His
is.
is. I think his shot looks
Guess so.
Great.
perfect.
We're gonna run to the store.
Ooh, I love this. Ready?
Back in like 30 minutes.
Boom, transition.
Okay. Just let me know when we're starting.
I loved that.
Be right back.
I think the kitchen scene and the part where they're on the car, which happens later, are my two favorite scenes. They're really cool. Ooh, sneaky. See, this once again is supposed to show, okay, so the song's basically over, now he's going upstairs. It's just to show time and
Hey guys,
location,
so
which is why I use that
kind of have a
song.
weird question to ask.
What is it?
Alright, here we go. This is giving me the inspiration to make this video. Sorry. This scene is not well done. I am going to say that it is my least favorite scene. Let me talk to you guys about it. Melanie, she's the girl who plays Marley, she's the main character. Melanie came an hour late on set, and we were filming this scene, so all three of them were supposed to be there. Melanie was supposed to be there a long time ago, and she wasn't. I started getting stressed out because normally when you shoot, when you have a shot of, like, if I had a shot of Clara, you would kind of see Melanie, or Marley, whatever, her arm next to her. And, like, she was supposed to be able to talk to Marley. But Marley wasn't there, which made it a little bit difficult for us. And it made it more difficult because now everything is filmed out of order. So I'm going to be pausing it a lot during the scene, but I'm going to tell you a lot went wrong. The only thing that I think went good is Ben. His name is Matt, the guy who plays Ben, his name is Matt. So Matt's shots, although I do wish I moved back a little bit with the camera. The camera is on the tripod for Matt's shots for some reason. But everyone else's is like handheld, I don't know why. But yeah, I wish I moved it a little bit further back. It's just a little close on his face, but I think it looks good either way. Because we had somebody sitting in Marley's spot, so he was able to kind of talk to people. And I was actually sitting there reading Marley's lines while I had the camera on the tripod. Fun little fact. I didn't have enough people on crew for someone to do that, but Matt, his shots were all good because we just straightforward filmed all of his. And Melanie was still not there, so we tried to film Clara's, and that is when things started to go wrong. When I had Clara and Marley, their shots, no good. And I will be honest, I feel like the acting in this part was not the greatest for like all of them. Not that they're bad actors, I'm not saying that anyway. I love all of them, they're all great actors, I promise you that. But I just feel like this was no one's best scene when it has to do with directing, filming, camera shots, acting, anything. That's just my personal opinion. But let's continue.
Do you think that
This line,
someone you know really well
he
would never keep anything
hated
from
this
you, would be
line
keeping a big secret they wouldn't want anyone to know?
because he felt like he could never say anything right, and it sounded stupid, but it sounded fine, I
Marley,
think.
Yeah.
do you think I'm hiding anything?
So right
from
now
you?
when Ben is talking,
I don't know.
he's
Are
talking
you?
to me.
No, not that I can
So like
think
I'm
of,
right
but
now I'm sitting in Marley's
it's
spot and
possible
he's
I'd be
talking
keeping
to
a big
me.
secret
I'm
from you?
reading her
I
lines,
mean, I guess.
which made it
Okay,
kind of
then
annoying
I
because
need
I
you to
had to
help me
give
out.
it time
Depends
before
on
I
what it is.
answered since I
This
need
is probably
her
gonna sound
actual
really
shot.
dumb,
It's
but it's about that.
stress
What
the
about
shot
that?
is. And
Well,
her shot, I
was
think,
going
looks
downstairs to get
so
a drink,
bad.
and I saw him
For some
fumbling
reason, she
around
looks
with
gray.
This, like,
I don't know why.
safe, and he put it in the
Every
cabinet.
like that shot too. It's kind of an unprofessional
He was
shot.
probably just putting something away.
He left this by accident.
And the music here, I don't think fits all
Except
that
when he
well.
left to go to the store, he just looked so scared
But
that I saw what he was doing.
it's very hard to find music. I'm telling you that right
Do you
now.
think he's trying to hide something from us?
I honestly have no clue. That's why I came to you.
I think he's hiding something.
Like this, that shot. I paused it. Sorry. That shot was filmed before Melanie got there. So like, her shots keep changing because Melanie came in the middle of us filming Chelsea's scene. Her name is Chelsea, who plays Clara. In the middle of filming Chelsea's scene, Melanie walked in. So we like stopped and we're just like, all right, let's get Melanie stuff. Totally forgot to film all of Chelsea's stuff. And some of her lines, you'll see there's a shot of Matt while she's talking. That's because we forgot to actually shoot her saying the line, which is really annoying, but it's alright.
Someone's got something to hide.
What are you
You'll
hiding,
notice
Clara?
that.
I mean,
This we filmed before Melanie got here. So like Clara's
Aren't you
shot
really
is gonna
best friends?
change
Don't you guys
soon.
tell each other everything though?
Yeah, we do, but like, I don't think he has something to hide.
How would you know?
I just know that if he has a secret, it's nothing for us to worry about. But you don't know
Like that,
Yeah, but
Chelsea
my
talked,
dad,
but
like,
we
he's
didn't
been
show
there
her,
for me through so much.
and it happens
You may not
2
agree
more
with this,
times.
but
That's
I-
because
I just want to
we
be
never
sure.
filmed
What are you gonna do?
Chelsea
gonna
actually
get the
saying
safe.
her lines.
If
We
if
had them in the
it's nothing to hide,
background
why would
while
you
we
care
were
if I saw
filming
it?
Matt.
You can distract
Like,
him and I can get the
right there
secret.
again.
No, Clara. What? I just don't see why all of this is so important. He's my father. Just let him be.
Marley,
It
if he has
happens
nothing to
one
hide,
more
this
time.
shouldn't be a
I just think the
problem.
music doesn't
Fine,
fit
I'll
here
help.
too much.
But just to prove you wrong, I'll get the safe, Clara.
No, Clara should get this safe. You and I have a better chance of distracting Dad longer.
It's okay. He's
Like
just your
that.
father. He's not gonna like kill me. You're right.
Melanie hates that. I'm gonna pause it. Melanie hates that line. That you were right because it sounds a little strange. But yeah. So I that was one of my biggest like struggles ever. Like one of my biggest pet peeves with this film is that we didn't get shots of Chelsea saying all of her lines, and it really freaked me out because I thought it looked so bad, and people didn't really think about it. But while watching it, while editing it, the one who wrote it, directed it, filmed it, and edited it, it's just, it bothered me so much. But it's okay. It turned out okay. Sorry if I'm not talking a ton. I just don't want this video to go on for like 3 hours. So,
Dad just
trying
went
to
the
get
store.
through
He said
this.
he'll be back in like 30 minutes, which should give us a definite 15 since we wasted like 10 already, so we have time.
God, this part's stupid. You like,
Shit, what do we do?
oh, it's cringe.
You're such a nerd.
The shot was very rushed. We were just trying to get everything done on time. Like, look how rushed this
Alright, we
looks.
gotta go.
Oh wait.
There's nothing to really analyze but the fact that this was a very rushed scene, and I think you can tell, like, we have the blinds open, her shot is super dark, the other girl was, like, glowing, it's just very unprofessional looking. Alright, here's where I paused it, but here's where the complications get to. Here's another complicated thing. Since now we were behind schedule, we started rushing. This scene was done horribly at first. But I am going to go through it piece by piece to explain stuff to you guys. So let's just watch.
Look at that, the whole crew's here.
So this part was filmed the first day of filming. Let's just start up on that. This shot now with my uncle, that was filmed a month later. This shot was filmed 1 month later. This was filmed the first day,
Of course.
and then that was filmed a month later too. So everything is supposed to look like obviously the same day, but some of these shots were a month apart. Like here.
So
This
Dad are making
first day of
Mom
filming.
finished lasagna just like she used to make.
And we never got Melanie saying her line, which
Wanna find an
stinks.
apartment now or later?
So I'm gonna grab a glass of water real quick.
And 1 month later, we filmed that shot
Wait.
and this. So from now on, this was all a month later since we filmed because Chelsea wasn't able to come back and refilm this, so I only had these three, so I had to make it work. And luckily, I think it turned out decent. Could have been better. I wish we had Chelsea walking away in the kitchen, but we don't. But that's besides the point.
She's a master food shopper now.
Yeah,
I-
keep telling yourself that.
This could have been
Hey, I'm getting better.
so bad, but I think it turned out pretty good.
Where'd you get Mom's recipe? She didn't
This part was filmed a month earlier of like the first day of filming.
That
Sorry,
was
my
her
computer's
favorite
about to die.
recipe. Why wouldn't you take it with her?
I do like the music in this part. I think it's pretty good.
I have some cooking.
Wait, Dad.
Claire,
Hi.
what you got there?
So right now, fun fact, like I said with the month and stuff, the shot of Clara is filmed the first day we filmed, which was March 9th, I believe. And this second shot, here, I'll pause on it.
Looking for a gift. I hid it somewhere in the kitchen.
Oh, well, this was also filmed that day. And then,
For her birthday.
Um,
I was just checking
here, wait.
to see that it was-
the shot of my uncle here was filmed 1 month later. It was filmed around maybe April 11th, April 12th, something around there. So right now he's talking and looking at nobody. And Melanie and Matt are just in the background. Oh, my camera's going to go off again. Once that cut me off in the middle of me talking. But, yeah, so this shot, we only refilmed this because, like, we had pictures up of my mom and me and, like, the background behind my uncle, and I didn't realize that the day of filming because everything was being very rushed. And here is where we finally caught up on stuff. A lot of stuff is filmed out of order. But right now he's talking and looking at nobody. She was talking to him the day of filming, but he was talking to nobody since this was filmed a month later. It's crazy how things work.
So here,
But
I thought this was
it worked out fine.
Don't ever snoop around my home again.
I'm so
You can
sorry.
obviously tell that I'm holding the camera because I pan a
Sorry,
tad.
I just didn't-
Go upstairs, kids.
Dad, I thought we were cooking together.
Dinner's canceled.
I love the music in this part. So, like, that transition where he yelled at the kids and you saw Ben and Marley kind of jump in the background and they went to leave, that was, like, filmed a different day than when Clara came and followed them. It was really cool. It looks the same day, but it wasn't. This was also a stressful scene to film as well.
What?
This was filmed the
The
second
hell?
day of filming.
I'm sorry.
Her shot makes me so angry. Let me pause on that. When she walked into frame, I totally forgot that I had the black bars, which you can see on the screen, and I totally forgot about it, and it like cut off her head, and it made me so angry because her shot was screwed up, but it's not a big deal. No one actually paid attention to that. Once again, Ben's shots are really good.
Happened.
I don't know. That was just so weird. I don't know. Marley,
I think the true shot was good because you can see
what is it?
Clara pick up her phone, and you can see Melanie talking. Marley, I'm sorry, I keep messing up their names. I keep calling them by their real name and their character names. It's a little hard. I like
Good, Marley.
Matt's reactions in his shots. I think they're really good. I think Melanie could have had a little bit more of a reaction because she's reading
Clara, what is
her
it?
letters that her dad's been keeping from her for years, so I think she should have had a little more of a
What was it?
pissed off, scared, angry, upset reaction.
Happened, Marley.
My letters.
Like, this took a lot to get out of
He lied
Melanie.
straight to my face for years, and I believed him. I trusted him.
The letters to Mom? They were in there?
I mean, that part was good. I just think before she should have had a bigger reaction, but it's not like a giant problem.
Such an asshole.
The part was a little cheesy too. But with the shots, I'll be honest with you guys. I was about to say shooting 3 people, but that sounded pretty bad. Filming 3 people in one shot, I get a little confused of, should I get a 2 shot? Who should I get a 2 shot of? Who should get a single shot? Who should get a medium? Who should get a close-up? Should I get a close-up of everyone, a medium of everyone, a 2 shot? It was a lot. So I thought Matt, or Ben, whatever, I should have the same shot for him because he's by himself and he doesn't have, he's not the main focus on this. The main focus is, oh, Clara has this. She's going to show Marley. Marley has her reaction. So I thought, keep the medium shot on Ben. And then Marley and Clara, I had a closer, I guess it's a close-up medium, a medium close-up of Melanie, medium close-up of Clara. I also had a more of a medium shot and more of a close-up for Marley because it's more focused on her, like when she got pissed off and angry. I had the close-up of her to show, more of an emotion. But it was just hard for me to figure out, the way everything is going to flow, the continuity and all of, the shots and everything. It turned out pretty good, but you can tell it's very non-professional, and it was done by an 18-year-old girl. But yeah, this is one of my favorite scenes of all time. A lot of people absolutely love this scene, so I'm just going to let you guys enjoy this for a second, and then I'll talk about it.
Is all this really necessary?
Nah, but it's fun.
What are we doing exactly?
Figuring out Dad's life. Who knows what else he's keeping from us?
So what? We're gonna follow him around all day and make up a schedule for his daily routine?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
Okay, let's talk about that scene for 3 seconds. Love that scene. A lot of people love that scene because it is a drama thriller, and to add that little spice of a comedy was fantastic. And I am going to give the biggest props right here to Matt, who plays Ben in this. Basically, Marley and Clara's lines were pretty self-explanatory because they're just kind of talking, and we have to make sure they said it at the same time. So it's very self-explanatory. For Matt, I guess in Matt's head, when he heard the line, he thought, hey, this is kind of a comedic scene. So he made it comedic by going, nah, but it's fun. I love him for that because of him, he made that whole entire scene. He made people laugh and he made people love it so much. I had that vision of, I know Quentin Tarantino does this shot a lot where it's a down angle looking up at everyone who's kind of in a semicircle type thing. And to me, that's a comedic type of scene, unless it's something very dramatic. When you're getting a closer shot, then it can be a little more cinematic and dramatic. But for this, I wanted something comedic. And Matt really took the natural part out of him, the comedic side out of him, and made that line not dying of laughter funny, but it made people smile, it made people giggle, which was fantastic. Props to him. Love him for that. Now we have one of my least favorite parts of the film. This was filmed about a month later, too. It was very quick. This was
down when he leaves and when he comes back.
This was originally in the script where he would follow him, track him, Marley and Clara were going to be with him, and all that. We had this big plan for it, but we didn't have enough time. And then when editing it, I was like, wait, we kind of need this. So I had them come back and film this. Fun fact, you'll see in the outtakes, we had Marley and Ben. Ben would come home from tracking his dad and go Marley, look, and show her all that stuff. But I took it out of the film because it was kind of unneeded. Something I've learned a lot though: get more than you need. It is so important. You have no idea. It helped me so much with coverage and having the things just in case. Although I didn't use it, I had it just in case, and it also made for some funny bloopers, which was cool. Alright, I didn't want this to go on for too much longer, so I'm gonna try and talk a little less, or talk while the movie's playing.
Find the problems and find the patterns.
I love this part.
Marley?
I think it was a nice touch, so it's a confirmation to people oh, he's been tracking him since yesterday, and the same thing happened, so it just lets people know. I think that was, I'm sorry, I'm pausing it real quick. We had Matt film 2 days of him on the phone with Marley, and it was a whole long conversation. And editing it would be 5 minutes long, and this kind of pointless stuff. So we took it out and just used that as a single clip. I thought it turned out so much better. And I'm very glad
Look.
I did that.
He goes to the bank, the food store, the coffee shop, and then to some random house that he only
Freaking
stays
Matt
in for 5 minutes.
looks at the camera in
This
this
has something
scene.
to do with why he keeps my letters?
Right
It has to.
there.
What's the address again?
He's so annoying.
224 Vine Street. It's like a 15-minute drive.
Like this shot
6 o'clock,
was
so we can just go
filmed
in a few hours.
a month later
I'll go. You
than
guys stay here.
this, which is
No.
really cool.
These letters
And
have
Clara
to have
wasn't
something
next
do
to
with
her
this,
in
and
the
those
shot.
letters are mine. I'm going, Ben.
It's very interesting.
I can stay here and watch, and you two can go.
Fine.
Whatever.
I
For
love
now,
the
let's just
music
get
here. I
some
want you
rest.
guys to enjoy this part because I love it. Love it.
Hey guys.
The
It's almost
music
time.
was.
How long until we have to leave?
I thought the music
About a
was
minute or
perfect
so.
here.
All right, let's go. Ben, make sure you have your
The
phone
shot
so
of
I call you to let you know.
Matt could have been a little bit
Alright,
better.
Got it.
I really
Other
want
than
this
that,
game going
I
to
think
plan.
this scene from now
Yeah,
on
me
is
too.
really good. The
Alright, let's
music
go.
fit
Talk soon, Clara.
perfectly and
Bye, guys.
everything. This little car scene was originally not in it. Like, when they got in the car here, it was, and then took it out, and then we put it back in, and I'm very glad we did.
Do you think it's
I
bad?
love the car
It's gotta
scene
be.
so much. Everybody me, Matt, Melanie, my uncle, everyone thought this car scene was so good, and it was so well done. It made me so happy that everyone enjoyed it so much.
Ben,
I love this part.
Yeah.
why do you think Mom left?
Why ask now?
I don't know, just...
Although there's like a
nobody would ever
slight
talk about it with
grain,
me. This is
I
one of the
think
only times that it's
the
just
shots
me and you.
matched very well. I was a
I
little
guess she just...
more straight on with Melanie's
tired of
face and a
us.
little further back
But
with Matt's,
she was my best friend.
but
How could she just leave?
I thought it looked very
I
cinematic, a
knew.
little more professional, although there's some grain, obviously.
Now we have
They
to have
just
a
sounded
stakeout for our
very
father.
natural, believable. It actually made people
Life
emotional in
isn't
the
perfect,
theater,
Marley.
which
It
to me
was.
was a big success.
Maybe to you, but not to
Because
anyone
this
else.
was a good dramatic scene, and I suggest you guys watching this without me talking because I love it.
What's up?
I know I had one job, but he's gone.
Shit!
I never even heard a car leave the driveway. I'm so sorry. Do you think he knows we tracked him?
I don't know. Just stay
I
in
just-
Marley's room until you have any updates.
Even the audio, I thought the audio was
What
so good
happened?
in this scene. The
Dad
music,
left
I
and we don't
thought
know
was
when.
perfect. The shots were really
There's a
good. They
chance he
weren't
knows we
perfect,
tracked
but they were really good.
It's okay, we're fine. He's still our dad.
This scene made me very happy when I was editing it. Like, brought my spirits up a little bit. Except this here. It was a little,
Shit.
I guess
Mark it
prolonged
down.
is a word. I don't really know. I'm not good with vocabulary. But like, I wish he drove a little faster there. There's snow on the ground. Oh my god. And it came out in freaking July. Now
Where's he
here
going?
is where
I don't know.
the acting was a little less natural.
What are you doing? Are you crazy?
This is fucked
Except
up, Marley. I gotta
Matt
see what's
there. I
going
love
on.
that
Go
line.
when he leaves. Relax.
This was filmed another day. This part right here was filmed another day than the other shots in the car. That like little snippet of like Matt, Melanie not talking, and then the shot of both of them not talking was filmed a different day than all the other car scenes, which I thought's really cool because it looks exactly the same.
I'm going in.
Ben, wait. I want to go.
Hell no! I'm not sending my little sister in there. Are you out of your mind?
If I say yes, can I go?
No,
Love that
Marley.
line.
Well, I'm not sitting in this car alone, and somebody has to go.
Fine. You get 7 minutes, or else I'm coming in.
7? Whatever.
That line was, he was supposed to be like kind of serious there. Of like, you literally get like 7 minutes. Just to be that annoying older brother. I have one of those, so I know how they are. People thought like it was him trying to be funny, but it was him literally just being the older brother and being like, I can tell you what I want, so I'm gonna say 7 minutes. And she's just like, really? Ooh. We got to talk on this next part here. This part is about to happen. Okay, I'm gonna pause it. It was so annoying. So as you can tell, this was a one take. Let me tell you, this basement went like this. Here's the stairs. and you go through a tiny place, and then you go through another hallway, and then you turn again into where like the mother's gonna be. You'll see in a second. And I have the guy holding the mic behind me, and the guy holding like the sound recorder behind him, and they're attached. And then there's me holding the camera, and we were all holding hands walking through, and I had to keep looking back. There's like bloopers of me tripping over that ironing board right there. And then I had my boyfriend, who was like the assistant director. He would grab my hand and pull me back, and I'm able to film. It was a complicated thing, but it worked out fine. We'll talk about something else in a second. Oh, my computer is freezing up. I am sorry. Hello? Oh my god, no. What's happening? Wait, my camera's free. I'm not my camera. My computer's freezing. No, I gotta get my video done. No. Don't be like that. Okay, let's see if this works. Alright, we good. I do like this scene though. Until she turns on the lights, and then the music's cool. It was right there. Anticlimactic. To me, it was supposed to be a very dramatic, cool scene, and it was anticlimactic, and makes me kind of upset. That was on my part. Nothing to do with them. It has to do with me. I thought it would look okay, and I edited it, and I didn't like it. But, like that too. So unprofessional.
Mom.
That's alright. Oh, Marcina did so good.
Is he keeping you down here? I have to get you out of here.
Oh, God, that shot of Matt is blurry. Fun fact, if you can see to the right or left, I don't really know. I'm not good at that. Where that white car is, that's their house. And this was supposed to be like a 30-20 minute drive. Hopefully nobody noticed.
Mom.
Melanie did very good here, I think. I think they both did. Marcina did amazing. For her small part, it was done so well, and I'm so proud of her. That was just filmed a few weeks ago. Matt's feet. Oh, it's so funny.
What the hell?
Dad, it's Mom. It's Mom.
So I'm going to talk a little bit because there's not much to correct or really analyze over this scene.
Come on, the three of us? We're perfect.
The only issue was my uncle kept forgetting his lines, but other than that, there's no technical issues. I think it was filmed pretty good. I wish the color correction made it a little more dramatic, because I think the music is super dramatic and it looks a little unprofessional. With color correction, I think it could look a lot better, a lot more dramatic, and make it a little more believable. His character, though, the father, was very complicated because he is a psychopath. So he has to be angry, then he has to be happy, and then he's sad, and then he's like, you know, psychopathic thing. It's all different emotions going everywhere, and I think he really brought it out, which I'm very proud of my uncle for. I'm about to pause it because guess what? It's been 16 minutes and my camera's going to turn off. Alright, let's get this movie done. We are very close, everyone.
I will never love you.
Yes, you will.
This part too.
I could never.
When he pushes him, I think it's anticlimactic, because I wish there was like a big rumble, a big something fell, or like a clash. Love that part though. Pause it for 1 second just to say something. When we watched it in the theater, everyone was like, wow, oh my god, oh, like that everyone was saying all stuff. It made me very excited that it was believable. But I do wish something fell when Ben was pushed up against the wall, or like broke or something. That would make it a lot better. Let me know if you think I should remake this film in the future, because I might. Or should I make a part 2? Should I just remake it? Let me know. And there we go, everybody. That was my first film. It is what it is. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but in my opinion, it was a cool experience. It was a cool first experience. I'm really trying to build the Mark by X production type thing. I'm planning on filming 3 films a year. Wow, 3. 3 films a year. This year I'm only probably going to have 2 because we're filming one this year. But it's not going to go up until January 2020, most likely, unless I'm like really cool and I get everything done, but I doubt it because I'm starting school in September, so I don't think it's going to be done until January 2020. But that's besides the point. I also have a new series that's going to be coming out on this channel starting in... It depends. I would love to say November or December, but that could change. I'm excited about it. It is my family, again, so they're not professionals, but I'm going to be working on professional films. Obviously, I have a really amazing film coming out in 2020. I haven't filmed it yet, but I know it's going to be amazing because I'm going to put the most work I've ever had in any other film. I'm going to actually do probably separate videos about that specific film because it's going to be really cool, but I'm very excited about it. I'll tell you more about that in the future. With the series, I'm going to have a separate, sorry, I can't speak. I'm going to have a separate video on that, and so that'll probably be my next video unless I vlog sometime soon. But yeah, that's going to be a separate video. I'll talk about that a lot more later because I just want to get this video done. It's been a long time. I apologize, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this, let me know. If you want me to do more, let me know as well. I know it's super long, but podcasts are normally 45 to like an hour. So, there you go. But yeah, that's it for this video, and I will talk to you guys hopefully next week. Bye.